Hello Midnights. We hope you enjoy our stories. Next one, the Doomsday Fish, Myths, Mysteries, and Marine Realities. Let us know where you are listening from and don't forget to subscribe. The ocean, a vast and often terrifying frontier, has always held a powerful grip on the human imagination. Its unexplored depths have birthed countless legends, tales of monstrous leviathans, divine messengers, and chilling omens of impending doom. Among these, few narratives resonate with the same eerie intensity as that of the Doomsday Fish, a popular moniker for the rarely seen and otherworldly oarfish. For centuries, this enigmatic creature has been popularly believed to signal earthquakes and tsunamis, a myth stretching across continents and weaving through ancient traditions into the fabric of modern viral headlines. To fully comprehend its enduring power, one must delve into the historical origins, diverse cultural interpretations, and the compelling biological facts that underpin this deep-sea enigma. The legend of the Doomsday Fish is not an isolated phenomenon, but rather the culmination of centuries of convergence between rare natural occurrences, vibrant cultural storytelling, and deeply ingrained human psychology. For early maritime societies, the abyssal ocean was a realm of profound darkness and alien mystery. When colossal, serpentine fish, adorned with shimmering silver scales and striking crimson crests, occasionally washed ashore, they were not merely perceived as marine animals. Instead, they were immediately elevated to the status of potent omens, feared monsters or divine emissaries dispatched by gods or spirits from the watery depths. The extreme rarity and dramatic, almost theatrical appearance of the oarfish ensured that each encounter was etched into collective memory. Crucially, some of these memorable encounters coincidentally preceded or coincided with significant natural disasters. Over time, these perceived correlations were meticulously mythologized and meticulously passed down through generations via oral tradition, creating a seamless fusion of shared experience and deeply held belief. The allure and dread surrounding the oarfish are deeply rooted in a rich tapestry of folklore and cultural beliefs that span centuries and continents. These legends didn't simply appear, they evolved from humanity's primal fear of the unknown depths and the dramatic, often unsettling, appearance of this rarely seen creature. In a certain island nation prone to seismic activity, the oarfish holds a particularly revered and feared place in folklore. It's known there as a messenger from the sea god's palace. This ancient belief posits that the oarfish is an emissary sent by a powerful aquatic deity, who resides in a magnificent underwater palace. When the oarfish ascends from the deep, it's interpreted as a divine warning, a signal that the tranquility of the ocean floor has been disturbed, and that an earthquake or tsunami is imminent. The origins of this specific association are somewhat debated among folklorists. While some scholars suggest that other deep-sea creatures or even mythical giant aquatic beings were historically more commonly linked to tremors, the oarfish's unique appearance made it a compelling candidate for this role. Its long, ribbon-like body and undulating swimming motion could easily be mistaken for a serpent or dragon, figures often associated with both divine power and earthly upheaval in the region's mythology. A devastating seismic event and subsequent tsunami in the early 2010s, tragically preceded by multiple oarfish strandings, dramatically amplified this ancient belief in the modern consciousness, solidifying the oarfish's status as a doomsday omen for many. Across another large archipelago in the Pacific, a similar thread of belief connects the oarfish to supernatural portents. Here, the oarfish is also seen as a messenger from the sea, often carrying messages of doom or impending catastrophe to land dwellers. These legends, passed down through generations of coastal communities heavily reliant on the ocean, often link the oarfish's appearance to various misfortunes, including powerful earthquakes, destructive storms, or other natural calamities. The rarity of its sightings and its unusual, almost spectral, form would naturally lead to its interpretation as something more than just a fish, imbued with spiritual significance. On a vast continent to the west, where myths deeply intertwine powerful serpentine creatures with both divine authority and natural phenomena, particularly water, weather, and seismic activity, the oarfish's elongated form and impressive length could easily evoke comparisons to these revered beings. In this cultural context, the unexpected appearance of a creature resembling a dragon from the depths might be interpreted as a sign of a disruption in the cosmic order, signaling an imbalance that could manifest as natural disasters. The sheer awe and occasional terror inspired by these mythical beings in this folklore would naturally extend to any creature that bore a striking resemblance, elevating its presence to an ominous event. Even in Western maritime history, where fantastical sea charts were often adorned with terrifying depictions of serpentine beasts, oarfish-like creatures likely contributed to the widespread belief in sea monsters. Before modern scientific understanding, the sight of a massive, elongated, silvery fish with a flowing red dorsal fin at the surface would have been both awe-inspiring and terrifying to sailors. Accounts from past centuries describe sea serpents that bear a striking resemblance to the oarfish, complete with undulating movements and long, flowing manes or crests. These creatures were feared as symbols of maritime peril, capable of capsizing ships or representing divine wrath. While not always directly linked to earthquakes as in Eastern traditions, their sudden appearance was often a harbinger of ill fortune or a testament to the untamed, monstrous nature of the deep. The king of herrings, as the oarfish is sometimes known in some European folklore, hints at its regal yet ominous presence among other fish. As humanity's understanding of the natural world progressively expanded, so too did scientific inquiry into the mysterious oarfish. Scientifically identified as Regalecus glesni, the oarfish holds the remarkable distinction of being the longest known bony fish, capable of reaching astonishing lengths of up to 11 meters, approximately 36 feet, and potentially even more. Its distinctive silvery, ribbon-like body and vibrant red dorsal fin account for many of the awe-inspiring and often terrifying sea serpent legends that have been meticulously passed down through centuries of maritime lore. Despite its imposing and potentially fearsome appearance, the oarfish is entirely harmless to humans, subsisting primarily on a diet of zooplankton and small marine invertebrates. It typically inhabits the deep aphotic zone of the ocean, generally found between 200 and 1,000 meters, approximately 650 to 3,300 feet, below the surface, and consequently, rarely encounters humans. When it does appear near the surface, it is usually indicative of the creature being sick, injured, or disoriented, often prompting immediate alarm and widespread speculation among those who witness it. That alarm is dramatically intensified when these rare appearances seemingly precede major natural disasters. Perhaps the most widely cited and impactful example occurred in the early 2010s, when multiple oarfish were sighted in a particular island nation shortly before a catastrophic earthquake and subsequent devastating tsunami. Similar unsettling patterns have been reported in coastal nations in South America and Southeast Asia, where oarfish strandings have reportedly occurred days or weeks before significant seismic events. These uncanny correlations have only served to deepen and solidify the enduring legend, with each new sighting reinforcing the deeply ingrained idea that the oarfish acts as a tangible harbinger of geological upheaval. Recent years have witnessed a notable resurgence of such sightings, coinciding with a perceived increase in both global seismic activity and the pervasive influence of social media attention. Just today, in June 2025, an oarfish measuring an impressive 3 meters, approximately 10 feet, was discovered on a rugged, rocky shore in a region near a tectonic fault line. The precise timing and specific location immediately sparked considerable concern from both local residents and the broader scientific community. Just a month earlier, in May 2025, diligent fishermen in a coastal region of southern Asia reported seeing an oarfish conspicuously floating near the surface of a major bay. This sighting instantly caused a stir across social media platforms and in local news outlets, with many individuals feverishly speculating about the possibility of an impending earthquake. In early 2025, captivating footage of a live oarfish flailing erratically in shallow waters off the coast of a specific North American peninsula went viral. The video rapidly spread, with sensational headlines describing it as a possible omen of the sea. And in a particular coastal region of North America, 2 separate oarfish were reportedly spotted in late 2024, mere weeks before moderate earthquakes were distinctly felt in the region. While many scientists cautiously advised that these were likely mere coincidences, the dramatic sightings undeniably added substantial fuel to the myth's ongoing revival. However, a critical question remains: did these disasters truly follow the fish? In the island nation in the early 2010s, the major earthquake did indeed occur soon after multiple oarfish sightings, a seemingly compelling confirmation of the legend. Similarly, in a South American country in the mid-2010s, several oarfish sightings were recorded months before a powerful magnitude 8.3 earthquake struck. Yet, in numerous other documented cases, the fish appeared, and no subsequent disaster followed. For instance, no earthquake was reported in the Australian island state or the southern Asian region after the 2025 sightings mentioned earlier. Likewise, no significant seismic activity followed the late 2024 North American appearances. These glaring inconsistencies strongly suggest the likelihood of coincidence rather than direct causation, and the observed pattern is far from seamless or consistent. Scientists consistently emphasize that while folklore often thrives on selective memory and anecdotal evidence, robust empirical evidence simply does not support a reliable, consistent, and predictable connection between oarfish appearances and seismic events. Despite the lack of conclusive evidence, researchers have proposed several intriguing hypotheses for why oarfish might occasionally surface before earthquakes. One prominent theory suggests that oarfish, as deep-sea dwellers, may be exquisitely sensitive to subtle environmental changes in their deep ocean habitat. These changes could include fluctuations in magnetic fields, shifts in water temperature, or chemical alterations in the ocean, all of which might, in theory, be related to pre-seismic tectonic activity. However, these hypotheses remain largely speculative and require extensive further research for confirmation. The more widely accepted and empirically supported explanation is that the vast majority of oarfish sightings near the surface are attributable to the creatures being sick, injured, or disoriented by a variety of changing ocean conditions. Factors such as anthropogenic pollution, anomalous water temperatures, disruptive underwater noise from human activities, and sonar interference are all plausible elements that could drive these normally reclusive deep-sea dwellers closer to the surface. Crucially, while some strandings appear to temporally align with seismic activity, a significant number do not, and no consistent or scientifically verifiable causal relationship has ever been definitively established. Scientists vehemently argue that the myth's persistent vitality is better understood through the lens of human cognitive biases, particularly pattern recognition, where observers selectively connect rare and dramatic events while largely disregarding the many occasions where oarfish are seen without any subsequent seismic incident. Across these diverse cultures, the consistent thread in the legend of the Doomsday Fish is the primal human need to find meaning and order in the face of unpredictable natural forces. The oarfish, with its dramatic and elusive nature, became a canvas upon which fears of the deep, anxieties about environmental shifts, and ancient spiritual beliefs could be projected, solidifying its place as one of the ocean's most enduring and eerie omens. Still, the idea of the Doomsday Fish continues to flourish, particularly in today's interconnected digital culture. Every new sighting is captured on smartphones, shared instantly, and dissected by millions. Traditional beliefs are amplified by modern media, and the line between folklore and fact grows increasingly blurred. The oarfish has become not only a symbol of deep-sea mystery but also a vessel for our environmental anxieties, reflecting a world in which natural events feel increasingly volatile and unpredictable. The transition from scientific explanation to supernatural speculation often happens seamlessly, especially when fear and uncertainty dominate public consciousness. Ultimately, the enduring story of the Doomsday Fish is a compelling narrative that oscillates between the realms of myth and science, between the distant past and the immediate present, and between deeply held superstition and empirically gathered data. It is a powerful testament to how a single, elusive creature, rarely seen and often poorly understood, has come to symbolize both the inherent fragility and immense power of nature, as well as the timeless human impulse to seek profound meaning and explanations in the face of inevitable disaster. Whether viewed as a living omen or simply an extraordinary inhabitant of the enigmatic deep, the oarfish serves as a potent reminder of the enduring power of myth, and the perpetual, captivating mystery of the sea. The exploration of the Doomsday Fish legend offers several profound learnings. This essay highlights how human societies, especially in the absence of complete scientific understanding, construct compelling narratives to explain phenomena that impact their lives. The oarfish, a rare and visually striking creature, perfectly filled this void, becoming a potent symbol in various cultures. This underscores how stories, myths, and folklore are not just entertainment but crucial frameworks through which people make sense of their world and cope with uncertainty. The persistence of the Doomsday Fish myth, despite scientific evidence, illustrates the human tendency towards confirmation bias and selective memory. We are wired to seek patterns, even where none consistently exist. When a rare event, oarfish sighting, is followed by a significant one, earthquake, the human mind is quick to draw a connection, often overlooking the numerous times the rare event occurred without any subsequent disaster. This is a critical learning in understanding how misinformation can take root and spread, particularly in the digital age. The essay beautifully demonstrates the dynamic relationship between cultural beliefs and scientific inquiry. While traditional folklore provided initial interpretations of the oarfish, modern science has striven to offer empirical explanations. Yet, these two ways of knowing often coexist, sometimes in tension, sometimes reinforcing each other. The oarfish serves as a bridge, inviting us to appreciate both the rich history of human storytelling and the continuous pursuit of verifiable truth. In contemporary society, the resurgence of the Doomsday Fish myth also speaks to growing environmental anxieties. As natural disasters seem more frequent and intense, and as global climate patterns shift, the oarfish can be seen as a subconscious vessel for our fears about the planet's health. Its appearance from the deep can be interpreted as a distress signal from a disturbed ocean, reflecting our broader concerns about environmental volatility and unpredictability. Finally, the oarfish reminds us of how little we still know about the deep sea. Despite technological advancements, The vast majority of the marine world remains unexplored. This inherent mystery leaves ample room for imagination and speculation, ensuring that creatures like the oarfish will continue to captivate us, blurring the lines between the known and the unknown, and reminding us of the vast wonders that lie beneath the waves.